What's going on, everybody? This is Pastor Shay, aka Chaplain G, coming back at y'all with another word of encouragement for today. So this word of encouragement goes out to everybody who's feeling lost today, who's feeling unloved, unappreciated, like nobody's paying attention to you, like you almost feel invisible. This word of encouragement is for you today. This comes out of the book of Exodus, chapter 2. I'm going to pick it up in verse 23. Y'all check this out. It says, during those many days, the king of Egypt died, and the people of Israel groaned because of their slavery and cried out for help. Their cry for rescue from slavery came up to God, and God, hearing their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. God saw the people of Israel, and God knew. So this story, it's in the midst of the people of Israel. Like I said, they're in slavery in Egypt. And we just heard about Moses being born. And Moses is born. His mother sends him downriver, picked up by the daughter of Pharaoh. And they essentially raise Moses in their household. But when Moses gets a little bit older, he sees the treatment that his people are getting. He rises up against one of the foremen, accidentally kills him, and goes on the run out in the desert. And as he's out in the desert, that's when the statement takes place. So Moses is out in the desert, he's fleeing for his life, he's now he's guilty of manslaughter, and God's people are in desperate need of rescue. Matter of fact, they're in such need of rescue that their voices of plea, their voices of desperation, their voices that are needing rescue, it says they come up to God. There's been days in my life where I've felt this. I've felt alone and discouraged, and as if I wasn't even there. Like people walk past me and don't say hello. They don't check on me to see how I'm doing. Like you feel like you're just rotting. Like your soul is rotting away in its own skin. Like I've felt days like this. Like it feels like utter despair. Like if somebody just doesn't say that everything's going to be okay to me, like where's my help? Where's my deliverance? Who's going to love me? Who's going to take care of me? It says the people were feeling this, and not just that they were feeling this, but they're also in the midst of slavery. So their livelihood, the work that they're doing with their hands is not staying with themselves, it's going to somebody else. So it's not even as if they can just go to work and forget about it. They go to work and they remember, no, I'm in utter despair. Like I don't have anything on my own. I'm abused. I'm taken for granted. I'm lost. I'm lonely. I need rescue. This is where the people are at. And it says their voices carried all the way up to God, and God remembered. And it's not, I want to do some explanation here. It's not like God forgot them. And I think that's a contemporary usage of the word remembered, right? But in the biblical text, when it uses the word remembered, it's an indication that God is getting ready to do an action. He's getting ready to step on scene. He's getting ready to show his hand. You know what I'm saying? And so it says God remembered. He's getting ready to act. And he says, and he knew. He knew everything that they were going through. He knew their cries for desperation. He understood exactly where they were. He saw how they were being treated by the Egyptians. He saw how Pharaoh was misusing and abusing them. He saw how Pharaoh had been killing off their newborns and just ransacking their community. He knew it all. And God was getting ready to bring his righteous judgment on top of the Egyptians' heads. And as we read the story, we see exactly how God does that through the 10 plagues and how he rescues his people. And he does magnificent work that the people of Israel still recount to this day. All because they cried out to God for help. So here's two things that I want to point out in this word of encouragement for today. Here's the first one. If you're in trouble, when you're in trouble, cry out to God for help. I don't recall anybody, at least that I've ever encountered, that's honestly and earnestly called out to God for help, and God didn't respond. God is a delivering God. He's a justifier. He is salvation. And it's the only place we can find it. Here's the second thing. When we cry out to God for help, He's going to hear it. He knows it all. He knows the external circumstances that are happening to you. He knows the internal fortitude that you've had to go through to overcome all those circumstances. And He knows exactly what you need to rescue you out of that situation. You have to trust and rely on God. I don't know what you're going through today. I don't know if like your boss is coming against you, your family members are coming against you. I don't know if you're under a mountain of debt and you don't know how to get out. I don't know if your spouse is leaving you, your kids don't talk to you anymore. Like, there's so many things that go on in this world. Like, and that's just stuff that's in our immediate, right? We've got the world literally falling apart right now. Like, there's so much stuff happening culturally where up is down and down is up, and sideways doesn't even exist anymore, right? There's almost no more gray area for people to meet in the middle and just continue to love each other. People are being pushed out to the sides, and it's causing just almost permanent anxiety. We're just becoming enemies of one another. And all that stuff is stress and distress. And it adds up and it builds. And we keep crying out to God, God, when are you going to rescue us? When are you going to rescue our families? God, when are you going to rescue our nation? We're in a full-on assault. God, when are you going to rescue us? Please come to our rescue. I think if we pray that earnestly and honestly, I think God will hear the cries of His people and will show Himself to be mighty. He always hears. He always knows. And He will constantly display His love for His people. Yo, that's my word of encouragement for you for today, man. Yo, y'all go read the rest of this passage. Y'all know, just like the rest of the scriptures, it's always on point. You know what I'm saying? So, I love y'all. Hope y'all doing well. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. All that jazz. Yo, it's free to y'all, but it means a lot over here. And yo, if you made this far in the video, go on and click it right now, man. Show your boys some love. Hit the notification bell so you know when your boys putting out something else. But I love y'all. Hope y'all doing well. Hit me up in the email. And yo, until next time, love y'all. Grace and peace.